The garage is now officially open. It's your lead mechanic, Mr. Mech. I'd like to welcome you to the 6 p.m. session. You already know what the science is. Hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. Running this channel up, getting the numbers correct is what we do. All the mechanics, you are welcome in. Get your coveralls, get your tools, and let's fix this thing up. Listen, you see the title of the thing. 50 responded with music. I predicted it, and I kind of wish I didn't. Shout out to Calvin, lead mechanic in the building tonight. Get your coveralls, get your tools. Let's get to this, bro. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to all my folks in the UK. Salute, Calvin. And Calvin, let me know if there's a way I can, shout you out officially or like spread the word in the UK or do something like that. Like, let me know if there's any way I can reciprocate this love you're always showing. Damani cooked him again. Yeah, but 50 responded with music, and I'm so mad that a random guest, you'll have to go back and watch if you check the other session. One of my something I said just joking was, who knows, the song we get from him might be a theme song to one of his shows. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. And I don't like to use the word promise, but I'm telling you, I was hoping, I said it because it was one of the most outlandish things I could think of to say. I did not say it because I'd actually think that's what he'd do if and when he responded back with actual music. I promise, I'm telling you, I just thought that it was something like so ridiculous that there's no way he's actually gonna do that. B74, what up, sis? Another lead mechanic in the building. And he responded back with a theme song from one of his new shows. And the only line in there that pertains to T.I. is, your daddy made your mama eat every box in Atlanta. Okay, first of all, for everybody who had the nerve to tell me, for everybody who jumped in here shooting bail, talking about, well, 50 ain't gonna rap, 50 ain't got time to rap. Well, so much for that. So much for that. Eat that. He 100% found time to go in there and rap. So we off that. Number two, bruh, he just put it in a theme song. If your next hit back is that, well, now Ti got to hear that every time the show come on. So what? So what? That for that, make the whole thing about Ti. For that, diss him all the a real flex, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, my my modest opinion, a real flex to me, do a whole diss record about Ti and his family and make that the theme of the show. Like, make that the theme record for the show. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. If the best you got is one line in a theme record, bro, what are we doing? What do we? Okay, so I think we can just chalk this up. This is still an L as far as I'm concerned. Southside Jamaica Queens all day long. Queens get the money all day long. Those who challenge my loyalty or call my loyalty to my bro in the question because I'm taking the stance I am. I sorry to tell y'all, I'm not biased. When we talk in hip hop, I'm not biased. I'm not regional. I'm a hip hop head. I'm not biased. And I'm also cut my teeth as a journalist. The first thing I'm gonna tell is the truth. I'm not gonna be biased about it. I don't have a dog in this fight. All I'm doing is making observations. The kind of win I've said from the door, the kind of win that 50 Cent has always seemed to want will only come through music in this situation. He has to rap. He had to reply back with rap if he wanted to win. If he wanted to win. Anyone who's been following these sessions, anyone who's pulled up to the garage on a nightly basis, has seen me say the exact same thing every time. I've always had to clarify because there are a bunch of people jumping to conclusions. Some of y'all are responding before you even listen to the session, which is nuts, which is super nuts. You got folks coming in here talking about he ain't got to do. You read the headline and reply back to that, and then listen to nothing. And I'm happy to tell you. I hate to tell you, but I'm happy to tell you. Around here, the mechanics are a little bit more. We think a little more critically, so we don't respond with just one piece of information. We're trying to get all the information before we respond. So when you respond back with one small piece of information and something as trivial as the headline, and the headline is rarely going to tell you how this is going to go, you're just telling on yourself and you're letting us know you're new around here and you're probably in the wrong restaurant. The mechanics already know. But I digress. I did not, when I said it, I only said it because it was the most ridiculous thing I could think that would happen, is that the only response we would get from him, or the only music we would get from him, would be the theme song to one of his shows. He could find a way to rap on that note. And that's what we got. And we got one line, and it's a clever line. It's a clever line. It's a clever line. But yeah, man. It's if I had to judge this just based on what we got, if I had to judge it just on its face, you gave one line, bro, and this man is like cooking you with song after he's getting at you with song after song after song. One line ain't gonna do it. You gotta get in the booth. You gotta give us something here. And one line ain't gonna do it. One it's like half a bar, but it ain't it didn't land. It's funny. It's funny. Turn it into an album. I mean, an album. Turn it into, like, a full song. It's funny, but you gotta come on. And you just shot the alibi full of holes for everybody who said you don't have time to rap, and we shouldn't expect no rap from you, even though we know those people just didn't go do the research. They didn't even look and see that you've got verses out. You've given verses to other people. You literally have found time to rap. So it just, once that is cleared out, now it really just looks like you're afraid to come outside and get this ass whooping. I'm not sure there's too much more to say. If I'm being honest, this might be one of the shortest garage sessions ever. The folks who are shooting him bail and coming in my comment section talking crazy, and you selling out, you this, you that, bruh, you that doesn't work on me. I'm only telling the truth. And every time you defend this BS, it just sounds like you sound like a Trump supporter to me. Sound like a Trump supporter to me. Sounds like a Drake fan. Like that boy. We get it. We went from a documentary, and now all of a sudden you give us a half a bar on a theme song. Not it. Not it. This is not the win you want. Not it. Not it at all. Not it at all. It just looks half-assed. It doesn't look like you really. It looks really half-assed. Drake catching strays. That's because I'm never gonna let go of the fact that Drake sued. And this is that energy. If you were here yesterday, if you pulled up to the garage yesterday when we opened up, and the documentary was, the new thing. 50 T's in a documentary about going after Ti and Tiny, surviving Ti and Tiny, a la surviving R. Kelly, like that same kind of thing. He's teasing a documentary. I that really felt like, going to sue to me. Like, you lose the battle, so you go do something else. It felt like that to me, and this still feels like that. And then the only thing we get musically is a new theme record where you take one shot at Ti. And here's the other part: if let's just say, because I hear the narrative already is Ti and his family got to hear that for the rest of their life. Well, first of all, they don't have to watch. I'm pretty sure they're boycotting 50 shows as is, or they're just skipping the intro like everybody else. Duh. Second, let's say that you live under a rock and you have no idea that Ti and Tiny and Ti, Tiny, 50, the family members have this back and forth feud going. Let's just for shits and giggles. You're not in tune. You don't know anything. You hear that verse, kind of makes you think. And let's say you're a 50 Cent fan. I'm just going by extreme. Somehow you're a 50 Cent fan, but you have no idea where any of this is coming from. Okay, cool. Your daddy made your mama eat every box in Atlanta. For all you know, 50 could be talking about his own mother. Growing up, I was confused. My mama kissing a girl. Like, that could still be. Your confusion is going to be, well, is he still talking about him? Okay, he's still talking about himself. Is that what his father did to his mother? Like, who knows? That could still be a thing. But let's move on from that. Let's say that somebody says, "Oh, well, that line is about, Tiny, Ti's wife." Word? What's that about? You go to Google, you go ahead and type in 50 Tiny Ti. What's going to pop up? All them all these diss tracks he done popped at you. That's what's coming up. A gang of diss tracks from him and his family just onslaughting you, and you church mouse except for the theme record to a show. This and here's the other part, y'all. I'm not discussing catalog. That would have been great for verses. Discussing the catalog, great for verses. Not so much for this. I'm not discussing street reputations. Both of them that had allegations of cooperating with police or snitching on other people. Both of them done had allegations of entertaining law enforcement in some way, shape, form, or fashion that is not street code official. Both of them. So I don't care about that. For me, that those two wipe each other out. Catalog, that wipes each other out. Y'all are both successful. At the end of the day, you're splitting hairs on whose career you'd rather have. Would you rather have 50's career? Would you rather have Ti's career? I've been in enough of these discussions to see people go back and forth. So I'm not even gonna. That's a wash for me. All we here to talk about is the music. All I care about is the music. All I care about is the music. And we not getting none of that from Fifth. And that's disappointing to me. I'm not gonna hold you. He ain't got to do nothing. Nobody has to do anything. They're both well off at the end of the day, as far as I can tell. I'm not anybody's accountant, but it all looks great to me from the outside, right? No problem. Um, but yeah, this is it's a little depressing to me that we didn't get any music from Ti from 50. I wish we did. I mean, my question to y'all My question to y'all, it's not will we get any music from 50? I'm not going to ask that because everybody has their opinions. Plenty of y'all will tell me that he's not going to rhyme, he's not going to rap. Is 50 too big to battle? If he is, he should shut the fuck up. Messing with rappers. I said this the other day. Go pick on filmmakers. Go pick on production people. Take shots at Tyler Perry. Take shots at what's the brother's name? Peele, Jordan Peele. Take shots at him. Go after Spike Lee. Like go do that. Ryan Coogler wants to smoke. Go holler at him. If he is too big, stop messing with him because then you just punch him down. But he's getting punched up because a rapper is letting him have it, and he's not responding back with the raps. It all just needs to be. We just all Pone. I feel you. It is a good question to ask, but we just need to keep it in perspective. If he's too big to battle, then why are you dealing with rappers? Literally like saying I'm too old to play basketball, and you keep getting mad because they're not picking you first in a pickup game. What are you? Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you on the court? Why are you suited up? And you get mad that you get picked last. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I'm disappointed that 50 hasn't given us music yet, and I hope if and when knowing how his marketing brain works, it's never too late, right? Not really. It's never too late. He can pick this scab whenever he wants and reignite the whole thing. But at this point, at this right now, if everything stopped right now and the whole internet shut down and we never heard from it, this is an L. This is an L. This is an L. This is an L. This didn't land. This isn't funny. Excuse me. This isn't as funny as it could be. This isn't as funny as it, and it's not what your fans wanted. Speaking as a 50 Cent fan, this ain't what I wanted. Bro, let's put your dukes up. Like, go ahead, get it shaking. This ain't what I wanted to see. As a 50 Cent fan, this ain't what I wanted to see. Just didn't. But y'all let me know. My again, my question is not will we get some raps, but just hypothetically speaking, if we got some raps from 50, right? How many of y'all think that he could rhyme well enough to win? Don't answer down here. Put it in the comments. I'm coming in the comment. I want to have this debate. How many of y'all think that if we were to get bars from 50, could he rhyme well enough to win? And we'll just start with him versus T.I. But if you really wanted to break it up, you can give me him versus Dumani, him versus King, him versus T.I. We can go him versus T.I., him versus King, him versus Dumani. We could just like that. Youngest to oldest kid, start with T.I. as the dad, just break it down. Go, don't bother here. Brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, this has been the 6 p.m. session with your lead mechanic, Mr. Mech. Take off the coveralls, take off the tools, hang them up. I'm going to catch y'all here tomorrow at 6 p.m. But I'm going to catch you immediately in the comment section because I want to have this discussion with you like ASAP. We are now shutting down the garage. Y'all let me know exactly what you think. Do we think that 50 could win? Is there anybody out there, anybody out there that thinks 50 can win bar wise, song for song? Don't come in here with no street business. Don't start talking to me about who's a snitch. Don't start talking to me about who's got more money. Those are all cornball cop outs for people who can't rhyme. So I don't want you doing that in this hypothetical. Put me on, let me know, do you think 50 can actually win with bars? Or is this all we're gonna get? No, just tell me if you think he can rhyme good enough to win. We're gonna go from right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna see y'all down in the comment section. I'm gonna see you immediately, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. I hear there's something called the hype that you can do. Was supposed to run the channel up. I think you get like 3 a day. So if you can spare one, I'd gladly take it. If you're enjoying what's happening, please and thank you. Hit me with a hype. And the song is the channel is definitely running up, and I have y'all to thank for that. So I'm gonna keep the energy going as long as y'all do. I will see you here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Lead mechanic out. One love to all the mechanics in the room. The garage is now closed for the evening. See you tomorrow. Peace.